Hey everyone, we are back for another tribute tour, and today I am joined by Janice and Mike, and we're so excited to be at their house today. As y'all know, we've been talking to original residents of the tribute as we're celebrating our 15th birthday this year, and you guys were some of the very first ones to buy your home and move into the community. So I wanted to see, how did you even hear about the tribute? How did you find out?
Well, I'm a realtor, and we had never had a brand new home, so I kind of got new home fever and, move everybody else in a new home, but I never had one. And so we saw this community, and at that time, it wasn't like too far north
Right.
to get into town. And we looked at that, and we looked at the builders that they had out here, which were great. And so we thought, okay, let's see what we can do here.
And then here you are,
Here we
still
are.
still here, probably 15 years later. I'm not exactly sure what year, but it was right at the beginning.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
well, Mike, I heard you might have a good story or two to share about the good old days in the tribute. Do you have any memories that you?
It was interesting when we first moved out here because it was so early on in the development that you could be on our second floor, and if you looked just the right, I could see the lake on both sides.
Oh, that's cool.
Because there weren't any houses in the way.
That is so cool. And that's actually, you can get that view now from Strike Middle School. Did you know that? If you go on, they have a second story there and you can see both sides.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was really a possibility, but you could do it from your actual home. So that's
Yes, because there was no homes around us. We literally would go out, take chairs out on a hill across the street to watch the City of the Colony's firework display.
You know what? That has been a common theme in all of these videos that everybody talks about that fireworks show, being able to see it on the other peninsula and how cool that is. So what are some of your favorite things about living in the tribute to this day, from either back then or now or both?
Well, back then, when you would sit outside, it was so quiet you felt like you were in the country, even though you were in Dallas. So we loved that, okay? You couldn't hear a bird. There were no bunnies. Because there weren't enough trees, there were coyotes and skunks.
Oh.
So when you would walk, you'd take a little horn. What do they call that horn?
An air horn.
Air horn, so you'd be safe and you could hear them howling. So that was kind of unusual. But then, as people moved in, of course, we got the birds and the bunnies, and that's a lot better than coyotes. But it was also nice because as the neighborhood was growing, I think we were house number 13 or 15 in the neighborhood. You got to meet neighbors one by one, so we got to know everybody. And
when there was so few building at the time, it was really cool because we actually could walk through every single house that was built as it was being built.
Actually see what's coming.
And as we know now, that would be very difficult because it's just exploding and so busy.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's a great story.
But you have all your activities you do out here.
well,
I know you're a leader of like at least one club out here.
yes, and I think the biggest difference about moving out here in comparison to where we lived before was we lived in a neighborhood, and out here it's a community. So there's a huge difference. You have activity directors, and you can be involved in as many clubs or activities as you would like. And so for us, especially at this stage of our life, in order to do something, we don't have to leave the neighborhood. Just jump in your golf cart and go. And absolutely, absolutely love that. And never realized there was a difference in a community and a neighborhood.
Until you got here.
Experienced it, yes.
Aw, I love that.
So we're not going anywhere. Sorry.
Well, and you have what you were just telling us. How many grandchildren? So
Oh, need we say? A few.
a few that get to also
A lot.
enjoy the amenities and activities around here as well. Well, to wrap this up, we are going to finish with our rapid fire questions to get to know them just a little bit better on a personal level. So I'm going to alternate between the two of you. Who would like to start first?
I will.
Mike, what color is your toothbrush?
Blue.
Janice,
Yes.
what is the thing that you're most afraid of?
Most afraid. Oh, the Texas weather.
That's a great one.
Living up north, it's like, okay, severe thunderstorms, and it's like, there go the sirens again. So, yeah.
Good point, good point. All right, Mike, what is one food you wouldn't want to give up?
Mexican food.
Agreed. Janice, what is or was your nickname? Do you have a nickname?
Oh, my nickname?
Yeah.
I have several.
Okay,
Okay, some people just call me Jay.
okay.
When I was in high school, I was Libby.
Ooh.
It's due to my maiden name. Has nothing to do with how much I talk.
Love it. We know that now, don't we?
Yeah.
For any social posting on Facebook. All right, Mike, what is typically your first thought in the morning?
What activity am I doing today in the neighborhood?
Wow, good one. Okay, and last question, Janice. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets, Lippy?
That wasn't fair. I told you it had nothing to.
And that's just how it worked out.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just feel like if you have a good friend and they tell you something in confidence, that's where it needs to stay. Or even if they don't even preface it with that,
Yeah.
you know, it's like you can't be a good friend if you can't.
So you're a 10 and keeping secrets.
Absolutely.
I believe that.
Absolutely.
Totally believe that. So that's wonderful. Well, thank you guys for taking time out of your day, showing us your beautiful home. And we'll see you next time on Tribute Tours.
Bye.